What is going on, my fellow floppers, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing something slightly different. We're going to be teaching yourselves how to improve and stop being such a noob when playing Warzone. Now, I'm not the greatest of players in Warzone, but these tips I've been trying to put into place myself, and I've seen massive improvements. Now, a lot of these I've done before when playing. However, I'm very forgetful on when to keep using some of these tips myself. So it is all trial and error, and it is all just practice and practice. And the more you play, the better you're going to get, and watching these kind of videos is definitely going to help you guys take on some knowledge to improve and get those wins on Warzone. But guys, if you do enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up and let me know any thoughts and opinions down below. Also as well, guys, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications if you are new around here, as we are on the road to 13,000 subscribers and we're getting pretty close, guys. We are getting really close. But with all being said, let's actually jump into the tips and methods in this game. Now, quick bonus tip before we start: what I would recommend is finding the best weapons and the best class setups for Warzone, because that's going to be a massive help by having the strongest class setups out there. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people using them, but if you're using the best class setup as well, you're definitely going to benefit from this. Now, moving forward then into these tips, guys, first of all, the best practice is probably practicing on quads, trios and duos, and you want to do this playing solo. I highly recommend doing quads, as you're going to get the best practice out of this. Now, by running solo, yes, if you're a little bit intimidated of playing against loads of different teams, and sometimes like some teams are shooting each other and then there's like a third party team that jump in, fourth party, so it can get very hectic. But by practicing in these modes, you're going to have the opportunity to learn how to deal with multiple people at once, trying to get those multiple kills. Make sure you're using your awareness a lot better within game. Also as well, when you are then playing in quads and you do get encountered by a full team, you may have a slight better chance of knowing how to go ahead and improve. Also, another advantage of this, guys, you get to learn your own methods on how you want to work when being aggressive against the team, and you'll also learn how to sit back. It's different when you're one-on-one in this. So if you're playing a solo version of the battle royale of Warzone, if you're playing solo, you're not going to really have that inkling on when to push and when not to push a team. You're only going to know it with that solo. So of course you know where that guy is, or you have a rough idea where that guy is. Where with a team, you're going to push and you know when to hold off and when to be aggressive. So there's going to be a lot you can learn from this, and it's going to be highly beneficial for you guys moving forward. Now, something I tend to do before playing Warzone, and I probably would recommend you guys doing it as well, is just hopping onto Plunder. And like, even if you're playing with friends, if you play with an open random lobby, or if you're just playing solo on Plunder, it doesn't really matter. The good thing about this, it gives you high practice of warming up into the game, making sure you got your shot on point and stuff like that, but it also gives you the practice of high press gunfights as well. So if you land at airfield, for example, there's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be a hell of a lot of people just gunning you down. Let's just face it, Plunder is an absolute bloodbath. So you guys definitely want to go ahead and play Plunder. Good thing about it is you do get the respawn option, so you can actually keep going back to the same place, taking on those teams and just practicing. And it's really good to warm up, like I said, to get your shot on, and it's something I highly recommend, and it's something I've been doing lately, and I've seen vast improvements when hopping onto the battle royale version of the game. And you've already warmed up, you're not feeling rusty on your first game, and you got that chance of getting those easy wins. Now, of course, when you are pushing enemies, this is the next stage, guys. So when you are pushing enemies and pushing enemy teams, you need to know when's the best time to push, and you need to make sure you always have an exit strategy planned. So for example, if you are down at airfield and you're heading towards the big bunker where the airplane's sat in the middle, if you are heading there, there could be a team in there, but you don't know where they're all about, or if you do know where they are, you want to make sure you have the perfect exit strategy. So for example, as you go in there, I wouldn't recommend going straight through the main door, because you're probably going to die. So when you're pushing that, you're probably going to die. There's such an open space, you've got very little cover, so you're probably better off going around the edge of it, breaking through the glass and then pushing in that way, and making sure you got the perfect exit strategy to get back out. You want to make sure you're staying out of open areas and taking full advantage of that. Now, exit strategies, it's very difficult on how you can go in. So you may run around a corner, you may see somebody there. If you're shooting somebody in front of yourself, I'd slowly back off just to be on the safe side, to get behind cover around the corner again, because more than likely his teammate's going to be further up that corridor, further up that bit of mountain, anywhere in that area. So it is very difficult to judge, but it's something that will come naturally more you play. And like I said, by playing Plunder early on, that's definitely going to help you benefit from that. So then next up, guys, this is something I say in any tips and tricks video in any Call of Duty, including Warzone. You need to make sure you're using cover to your full advantage. Now, this doesn't mean head camping, this doesn't mean camping in the game, it just means you just want to be smart. You want to make sure you're a smaller target to hit. Of course, if you're behind a rock and someone's got a really good sniper shot and they're going to see your head, then, you know, there's nothing you can really do with that. But you do want to take full advantage of cover, so you're protecting your chest as much as you possibly can. So when you're moving around the map, you want to make sure there's cover, not running out in open spaces. The only way you want to travel through open spaces if there's no other resort and you're trying to get away from the gas, or if you're in a vehicle. They're the only ways I would probably recommend when running, you know, running through open spaces. But otherwise, I would highly recommend not to do that. There's high chances you're going to get sniped, you're going to get gunned from anywhere, and because you haven't got that cover, there's nothing you can do. You're dead. As soon as you're in an open space, you are dead, and it's as simple as that. Now, this is a simple mistake that many people do. I still do that, and sometimes I just completely forget I need to be using my cover, or I'm just an absolute moron and I just run straight through, just trying to get back into the zone, etc. So definitely make aware of your surroundings, see what cover you've got available to yourself, and try and take full advantage of that. Now, of course, we've kind of mentioned this final tip prior, knowing when to push, but I'm going to be talking about how to pick off kills. So if you can see your squad quite in front of you, you've got a good eyesight on them, but you're a bit of a distance, you need to know when to push and when to pick off those kills. Now, for example, if there's a team in front of yourself and you're a little bit on your own, I highly recommend not trying to pick them off one by one unless you've got like a silent snipe and you're well hidden and you're not going to get caught. Fine, fair enough, but I would probably recommend waiting and seeing what that team is doing, because potentially it might not be a full team, you might just see one person, and if you pick off that one person, the teammates could be behind you. You don't know if the full squad is there yet. He might have just landed back from respawn, he could have literally ran off in front. You get a lot of teams where you get that one person, I bet you guys have got in your group friends, that just run off and do whatever they want basically. So yeah, definitely make sure you've checked the whole area when you're scoping down your sights. Make sure there's nobody, you know, on their own, and if you can see nobody around them, then I probably would not recommend, you know, trying to pick them off. Maybe push up a little bit, try and see what else you can find, see if there's anybody else about. But picking off people, you need to learn how to pick and choose. So you need to make sure the whole area is clear and make sure it is just the one person on its own, or you want to make sure the full team's there and learn how to pick them off one by one. But you definitely need to practice that. Now, practicing that on Plunder would be another massive benefit. But yeah, guys, just a few quick tips really. Hope this video has helped a few of you guys out improve. If it has, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Let me know down below as well any tips you guys have, how you've improved in the game and what you're trying to improve next in the game. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next video.